Hi, my name is Amy and I'm here with Cara and Anna. We're part of the youth media team and we're here interviewing Jim Mullin, the Executive Director at Lurgus.
The theme for today's Lurgus Forum is looking forward, the future of Europe. How does e-twinning fit into and feed into this future?
Okay, well, I suppose when we're talking about the future of Europe, I suppose we in Lurgus are thinking of it in terms of the people of Europe being able to work together, live together, be mobile, be respectful of each other, be tolerant, and to be inclusive of people who perhaps have less than they do, or are from a different ethnic background or a different colour or whatever. So, if we want a Europe like that, then we need to have people who have learned how to live in that kind of Europe and who've developed the values that underpin that kind of Europe. Now, e-twinning is at one level a very simple little programme about enabling young people in schools to contact people in other countries using computers, etc. But in the process of contacting, we are trying to encourage people across schools in different countries to work together on common themes and common projects, and in doing that to learn, if you like, to respect people from different countries with different languages, maybe with different ideas about what's right, what's wrong, perhaps of different colours. All of those things that I was talking about when I started the answer the question about the different values that we're trying to inculcate. And e-twinning has an absolute contribution to make in that context, because unless you practice talking to people from different backgrounds and different cultures, if you don't get used to that and you don't learn that those people have some things that are different about them and some things that are the same, and it's nice to meet people who are different from you. If we all were the same, it would be boring. Unless you learn those kind of things, then it's very easy to become intolerant and to think that somebody who's strange or of a different colour, of a different background, is a threat. And e-twinning is part of just exploding that myth and bringing people closer together.
In your opening address this morning, you spoke about how Erasmus Plus is growing. So for example, Lurgus has funded more than €30 million worth of projects in 2017, supporting more than 12,000 people. Would you like to share some of these projects and impacts they have had?
There are so many projects that it's quite difficult, but if I say that we have something like 600 projects that are live and that we are supporting in one way or another in any given year, it gives you an idea of the volume. So it's hard to zero in on a single project. But, if you went down to the project showcase today, you'll have seen some really interesting projects in adult education, some projects in youth advocacy, a very interesting Causeway Youth project where they were looking at youth advocacy. Projects that are about improving teachers' skills by supporting pupil mobility. We heard in the discussion from Galway Technical Institute of the work that they're doing. They're now sending 90 young people a year on placements to, I can't remember how many different countries, he said 8 or 9, I think. And they've had, I think he said something like, was it 68 of their teachers had been involved in mobility? And that's massive. That's in a small organisation. That's a very significant chunk of a staff team who are developing skills through mobility, through going and meeting their peers, learning how they work, learning the kind of ideas that drive the work that they do, looking at how they practice their work, sharing how the Galway teachers practice their work, and swapping ideas, experience and learning from each other. That's a fabulous project, and it's taken hold of the whole organisation. And as we heard in the discussion this morning, it has assisted that organisation to develop in so many ways in terms of the curriculum they teach, the skills of their staff, the offering that they give to the students who come to them. How attractive is it to enroll in a college that's able to say to you, you have a good chance of going in an international experience if you join our school or our college. So I think those are all kinds of impact, all kinds of good projects. There's so many of them. It's hard to single out and just recognise one or two of them. There's a lot of really good work that's going on. Again, there was reference to, I think it was one of the projects in the panel discussion about the impact of a school who changed the whole format and colour scheme of the school based on their learning from a transnational experience. Again, I've seen the video of that project myself. Tremendous project, very simple, very straightforward, not terribly expensive, but had significant impact in the school and on the pupils that they work with. So those are just some.
You're launching the European Solidarity Corps at today's event. Can you tell us a bit about that?
European Solidarity Corps is a new initiative initiated or led, if you like, by Mr. Juncker's the president is he of Europe? I get confused in their titles, but anyhow, and it's about, I suppose, it's about a couple of things. It's about making a statement that Europe wants to act in solidarity with communities that undergo difficulty, whether it's a natural disaster or it's the impact of mass migration and the impact on the people who are being forced to migrate and on the communities that have to host those people who are migrating, or about issues of solidarity at home in your own country. In other words, that young people are given a chance to, if you like, display the values that Europe is founded on, values of inclusiveness, tolerance, respect for minorities, respect for different cultures, respect for language, all those things, and giving young people a chance to put those experiences, or those values, should I say, into practice through undertaking a voluntary service, whether it is in their local community or at national level or at an international level. It's about making sure that young people have that opportunity. But it's also about offering opportunities for young people to develop skills. So there's a training side and an employment side to the initiative as well. Albeit in terms of funding, there are smaller sides, but it's about literally putting into practice the ideals and the vision of Europe as a community that stands in solidarity with its members, and with those who suffer social exclusion in the wider world.
We had a fun start today at today's forum with Nigerian Carnival Ireland, at which you were presented with a drum. What are your plans for the drum?
I've been thinking about that. I'm not sure that my wife would enjoy me banging the drum at home, so I decided that I'm going to use it to start staff meetings in Lurgus. When we come together, we have stand-up staff meetings at the top of the office near our little canteen. And I often have trouble making people aware that I'm standing there waiting to get a staff meeting underway. Not anymore. I'll be banging my drum.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.